Okay, everybody, welcome to the council meeting, 17th of September. I'd like to start by paying respect to the traditional and original owners of this land, Mama people. Pay respect to those that have passed before us and to acknowledge today's Tasmanian Aboriginal community who are custodians of this land. Do we have any apologies for absence? Councillor Reynolds. Declarations of pecuniary interest?
Not a pecuniary interest as such, but a volunteer involvement with the publication that's up for. Just noting that.
Confirmation of the minutes of the 20th of August this year, 2024. Recommendation being that the minutes of the council meeting held on the 20th of August 2024 be confirmed. I have someone to move this, please. Councillor Larkins and Councillor Nichols. All those in favour? Unanimous, thank you. Item 6, Mayor's report. The recommendation that the Mayor's communication report be listed as listed be received. Can I move it, please? Councillor Nichols, Councillor Watkins.
Right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Any questions?
More a comment. I'd just like to thank the Mayor for providing a little bit more detail in your report. Just helps with understanding each of the commitments that you've had over the course of the month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Just about your visit with, is it Eventide Animal Sanctuary? What did he mention what his obstacles were and what he's wanting to do with the place?
Obstacles were legislation, insurance, basically bureaucratic hurdles. He would like to have a sanctuary where individuals, people, NVIS, school groups, anybody could come and be with the animals and relax and enjoy the environment, and as much for their well-being as for the animals' well-being. He's just finding his feet, really. From my perspective, from my animal husbandry knowledge, the animals were in a good condition considering the time of year and the season that we've had. No animal was in distress or malnourished or anywhere.
Beautiful. Thank you.
It was nice place to visit.
Mayor, did Derek Betts give you any hope for improvement in bus services, non-existent bus services?
Mr. Abetz took notes, which was nice to see. He was certainly interested in the CTST for community transport, and I lobbied for to maintain or create extra funding to extend the local community timetable and support the transport to jobs and employment programme that CTSD run, and also to maintain the half price fares that were announced in the budget a few days later. So it was a productive meeting,
Good.
two-way conversation, so that's good. Any more?
Yes, thank you. The relationship, you mentioned the relationship between Best and Serda. What was the outcome of that conversation?
Well, it came as a result of Serda revisiting its constitution and as it is, as the two are best board and SERDA are set up, there is a SERDA representative on the best board. Is that the right way around? And not on the other? Yeah, so now there is a representative from each on both. That's what we were trying to work out, how we could have a simpler line of communication from SERDA to BEST.
Terrific, thank you. And another question, if I may, is just reflecting on being at the Local Development Association meeting, and particularly the award for the CAT management program. Any particular, apart from that award, highlights from the GAT or Sorell from your point of view?
Well, I wasn't able to attend the whole very well, but I think the takeaway or the highlight for me is a bit of pride on behalf of the council, with not only the award, but the fact that other councillors then came to me and said, how does this work? How was it funded? How did you establish it? Would our council be able to contact your council to find out how it all came together and the outcome? So that was nice. That was a nice question. That's pride in the council. It's great.
Thank you.
Now I should have gone. Any more questions? No? All those happy with the report in favour? Thank you. No supplementary items. So we go on to item 8, the council workshop reports. Is there any? No. Can I open the floor to any questions regarding the workshop reports? No? Okay. So we have councillor questions on notice. From councillor Marasada. Would you like to talk to this question?
Yes, thank you. So the question or notice, it's about whether Sorell Council has investigated declaring a state of climate emergency that requires urgent action to managing climate change risks. This is item 9.1 in the agenda. And if not, what would it take to do so? And if yes, how is it outlined in strategies and plans, and what actions are being taken? So I would like to thank the General Manager for providing the list of items that he considers that match the climate action or climate change agenda in a way. I would like to know what my fellow councillors think about this, and I would like to invite the discussion about climate change and the role of Sorell Council in that.
We need to take this to a workshop, because a question on notice in the council meeting is not for debate. So if you are happy, we'll take this to the next workshop for a full discussion on the topic.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And before that, I would like to mention that Mr. Higgins, the General Manager, did offer to call different councils, local councils that have declared the state of climate emergency, and find out what it meant to their council. and how they went about it and what happened after they did it. I am, so it's, I know he's away on leave, and we can ask how he went about that. I don't know if there's any information about that, or we could wait so that we have better information to actually have that discussion in a workshop. Is there any information about that?
Through the mayor, no, I don't have any information about what the general manager's discussed with the other.
Okay, so, because that'd be great to, it would enlighten our discussion and give us a bit of insight. So if we can take note about that information that's missing, that'll be great. And also if any of my fellow councillors think there's other information that would be good to have for our discussion, then I invite them to ask that question and add to this.
Thank you. So it will be on the next workshop agenda. Yeah, thank you.
If we have, I don't know if we would have the required information to discuss. I don't know if Mr. Higgins will be back by then or.
The general manager might be back for the next workshop. So we can, and we would put on a workshop for further discussion, or we can invite these return on that one, please. Just have a comment.
Maybe, that's better. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Item 11, the work group reports. The recommendation that the work group reports be as listed, be received. Can I have Councillor Campbell and Deputy Mayor Boyd? Thank you. In the absence of the General Manager being on annual leave and the Director of Service Delivery, Russell Fox, being on non-service leave, the reports are slightly shorter, but does anyone have any questions on those? No questions? Yes.
Yes, Marie, but I've just got to find it. Sorry, bear with me, please. Oh, it's disappeared, sorry. No, I can't find it. I'll follow up at a decision. That's fine.
Everybody in favour of accepting those reports? Unanimous, thank you. Item 12, petitions still to be actioned. There is still one petition that is work in progress. I don't believe we have any update on the Blue Lagoon draft management plan, still as it's work in progress. Thank you. No petitions received. Item 13 on page 49. Item 14, land use planning. The Mayor advised in accordance with the provisions of Part 2 Regulation 25 of the Local Government Meeting Procedures Regulations 2015, the intention of the Council to act as a planning authority pursuant of the Land Use Planning and Approvals Act 1993 is to be noted. In accordance with Regulation 25, the Council will act as a planning authority in respect to those matters appearing under item 14 on this agenda, inclusive of any supplementary items. So item 14.1, Sorell Planning Authority minutes. The recommendation that the minutes of the Sorell Planning Authority meeting of the 27th of August 2024 be confirmed and noted. Can I have a move for that, please? Councillor Woolley and Councillor Nichols, please. All those in favour? Unanimous, thank you. Right, page 50, item 14.2, a development application DA number 2024/1 197-1. This proposal for external lighting at the BMX facility off half the street of the sports ground, Southeast Sports Complex at the BMX facility. Can I have a Councillor Reid and Councillor Larkins? Thank you. Any comments or questions on these? Councillor Reid.
A comment in support, it's the important next step for the facility and add to the capacity to engage with the community. So also pleasing to see that the standards around lighting that the council is pursuing more generally in terms of ensuring reducing or minimising spill and making it specific to the facility is being followed. So that's great to see.
Councillor Sal.
I do have a question just to clarify. So this is Sorell Council's application, correct? And so if any issues with the lightning don't work properly, we're able to fix it. Is that what I'm reading here? That, or is the BMX club managing this? How's that?
The council is managing the project.
Okay, so there's,
The lights will belong to the council.
okay, so and they are only on when there's an event
That's right,
and off the rest of the time?
that's right,
Yes, okay, so it's not a constant.
that's right. For the purpose of lighting the track, hence the comment from councillor Reid around the spill. If they spill from those lights, they're not achieving their purpose of lighting the track for the competition and training of BMX.
Okay, so they're chosen to be directed lights.
That's right.
Okay, I see. Thank you so much.
Any more questions? No? All those in favour of the recommendation to approve this motion? Thank you.
Page 64.
Item 17.1 Community Grants Programme. The recommendation being that the council approve a grant application from the Sorell Relay for Life, auspiced by Cancer Council Tasmania, and a donation to Carlton Park Surf Lifesaving Club under the 2024-2025 Community Grants Programme as per the following report. Can I have a move for that, please? Councillor Tranius and Councillor Campbell. Thank you. Two quite different but special activities or events, events more than activities, and a historical record being created from the Life Saving Club in the book. So, are there any comments on these? Councillor Reid.
Thank you. This is where I'd just like to note my volunteer involvement with the book as a proofreader, but I'm not involved in the club as such.
That's it. All those in favour of the approval of the grant application? Unanimous. Thank you. Item 18, finance report. The recommendation being that the executive summary financial report of August 2024 year to date be received and notified council. Can I move it, please? Councillor Reid, please, and Councillor Nichols. Any questions on the financial report? No? Councillor
Just an observation, the charts, the pink, this year's pink bars in the charts drew my attention and highlight the fact, this is on page 81 and 82, highlight the growth in our municipality, essentially, in terms of cash available, growth in activity and also in population, in terms of higher outstanding rates, which is simply reflecting there are more ratepayers. So it's nice to see big pink in those stats. Just a comment in that regard. And once again, noting, as the audit panel often does, how fortunate and grateful we are for the meticulous work of the finance team each month presenting these reports that we all have, can all have confidence in.
Absolutely. All those in favour of accepting this report? Unanimous, thank you. Page 85, item 18.2. Capital budget adjustments. The recommendation, the council resolve pursuant of section 82 of the Local Government Act 1993 to accept and adopt the below adjustments to the 2024-2025 capital budget estimates. May I have a move of that, please? Councillor Larkins and Councillor Terenius. Thank you. Any questions on these adjustments? Can I just ask a question? On the green waste bins, additional bins, are those additional bins that have been requested by the community on the bottom of page 85?
Take that as a question of motive.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, this is on the next page. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that there were that many. Yeah, that's good. There were extra bins being requested. That's really good for within the catchment. I did read that, and I just wanted to confirm that was the case. So that's wonderful. Are there any more questions on that financial report? No. All those in favour? Accepting the report? Unanimous. Thank you. So that takes us to questions from the public, item 23 on page 98. In accordance with regulation 31 of the local government meeting procedures regulation, the council will conduct a public question time. So if members of the public have a question and would like to stand up, and please state your name if you'd like to, Sharon.
Sharon Fotheringham from Fawcett. Not so much a question, just to thank and have it noted that the General Manager attended the Senate inquiry into aviation noise. His evidence was, or what he presented, was very well received. And the community members that attended, we were given a very fair hearing by the Senate. But the management, Robert attending, was gratefully really appreciated. Just like to state here too that we were supposed to have community engagement with air services in June of this year in regard to options to the flight path over Primrose Sands. That was adjourned, then it was adjourned till earlier this month. That's since been adjourned again, supposedly going to the middle of next month. So it's delaying tactics again by Air Services Australia, which is not good. I just wanted the council to be aware of that. It's unacceptable. In regards to the noise abatement, we waited 6 months before we got the proposed meeting according to their timeframe, which was overdue by 6 months as stated. So hopefully, middle of next month, community engagement from their services will come and speak to the community and hopefully the council about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
Do know who I am, but anyway, you go to the Duchess Ferry. I'm not going to talk about home seats now, I'm going to talk about tea gum trees with all the strong winds we've been having lately, and I sit there and I'm terrified that I'm going to have a branch through my front window. Nobody seems to own this block of land, and I have been banging on about this since I think 2018. So can the council do anything about the trees? I don't want them removed, I just want them lowered. I mean, this is me saying I want, but I would like them. Also, it bothers me, I haven't been down to the beach lately, but there was a bit of a bull tide tonight, whether it's undermining the roots. The roots have been exposed, so they'll either fall on my house or fall on the bank, or on the beach, I should say, and it'll take half the bank with it. So is the council able to do anything about those trees? They took a from the lookish spot near the football ground. They found a lot of interesting things there, I believe. They won't find anything interesting in front of my house, I'm sure. But I would like something perhaps could be done about those trees. I'm being polite to you.
Yes.
They actually tower over my two-storey house. That's how tall they are.
Private land.
Nobody owns it, or nobody seems to own it. We bought it from Jimmy Reardon back in, I think, 1947 or something.
So this money is still with the Department of Trustee.
If it's becoming a concern, could the council have it?
Do you care?
We'll have to take that as a question on notice and investigate it further.
Just it bothers me, you know, because I have my sewing machine there, I have my computer, and I don't want to be picking glass out of my material or my computer, or my fingers for that matter. I mean, it does bother me, I've got big windows in front, and I noticed upstairs I've got, what do you call it, screens, and a couple of them, the screens have been ripped from the branches that have knocked onto my house. And one of them, the one I brought in that day, 3 years ago, that actually knocked a picture off the wall. That's how hard it hit the house. Didn't put much of a dent in the house, but scared the out of me. So I'd just like to know what can be done. That's all. I'm just asking, and does the council have a duty of care to this poor old pensioner?
Would you allow me to investigate that and talk to various members of the council?
That's all I ask. If someone could follow up something, and I mean, nobody seems to own it. Way back when I first started following this up, Kerry thought that he might be able to get a lot of back taxes or something, I don't know. And I had Jonathan Heather from Jane Harlett's office following it up, but it sort of faded a bit. And I was more bothered about the bone seed, which I've sort of given up on. It's the big trees that bother me.
I will ask questions. And I will get back to you, Deirdre.
Thank you. Well, I do know that, well, I understand that Barbara Reardon tried to donate it to the council, and that's what I heard. I don't know whether it's a vicious rumour or not, but that's what I did hear. And the council said thank you, but no thank you. It's about sort of from here to where Jess is sitting, roughly from my front window at the edge of the bank, and the trees that are sitting on top of it.
And we'll find out that for you.
Thank you very much.
Just one thing, Mayor, the McDonald's roundabout, which appears recently to have sort of done a bit of a chameleon act in that it's changed its plumage to suit its environment. It's basically invisible now. On a wet night, you can just guarantee it's about 99% invisible. The concrete curb, which is now a lighter colour, but it's dirty, when it gets wet, it basically disappears. I don't know how many people have driven straight over it since it changed its colour, but there's been quite a few, and they're still doing it. Not purposely, of course, because they don't sense it. Any chance of getting it recoloured to something that's more road safety oriented? It used to be a tanny yellow colour, that's now charcoal colour.
I will have to defer that question and possibly take it on notice. I'm not sure if it's one of the roundabouts that's work in progress or whether
No, it's been done ages ago.
it's finished.
It has got a tin box in the centre of it.
Okay.
I don't know what
And it
that
has
is
been
there.
approved by, TSG, but we can certainly look into that.
In regard to that too, tonight coming in, the queue going into McDonald's extended right back through the roundabout. So traffic couldn't get to the left, couldn't go forward, it was just stuck. Traffic couldn't come out of McDonald's, the road to McDonald's. There should be a sign that says no turning from the Copping direction into McDonald's. It's a real hazard to traffic. I think this has been brought up before, but it needs to be reviewed again. Maybe there should be only one access point from this end of town into McDonald's, because everything comes to a standstill when there's 4 to 5 cars, it just stops.
I think that's a case of line marking and enforcing that. I can't quite recall whether there's.
Actually, I think there is a solid white line, which
Solid
drivers shouldn't be going over and turning into McDonald's, but there needs to be a sign, or it needs to be enforced by the police so that these traffic situations, and they're dangerous, don't keep occurring.
Again, that's another question, Sharon, we're going to have to take note of and get back to you with, if that's okay.
Yep, thank you very much.
I have spoken to the managers of McDonald's, and there isn't actually a current solution. They have no control over what people do on the public roads. And access onto the McDonald's property is limited, and they're looking at a redesign possibly of it when they refurb the McDonald's. But that's not going to be an immediate solution to your question tonight, concerns tonight. So we'll get back to you.
Thank you, Helen.
Any more questions? No? Well, thank you all for attending tonight's meeting. And we'll close the council meeting at 6:32. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, David.
Yeah,